Yehoshua, chapter 22. Then Yehoshua called the Reuveni, the Gadai, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, and said to them, You have done everything Moshe the servant of Adonai ordered you to do, and heeded what I said in all the orders I gave you. All this time you have not abandoned your kinsmen, but have obeyed your commission, as Adonai your God ordered. Now Adonai your God has given rest to your kinsmen, as he told them he would. So you too return to your tents in the land which is your possession, which Moshe the servant of Adonai gave you beyond the Yarden. Only take great care to obey the mitzvah and the Torah which Moshe the servant of Adonai gave you, to love Adonai your God, follow all his ways, observe his mitzvot, cling to him, and serve him with all your heart and being. Then Yehoshua blessed them and sent them away, and they went to their tents. To the one half-tribe of Manasseh Moshe had given an inheritance in Bashan, but to the other half Yehoshua gave one among their kinsmen on the west side of the Yarden. When Yehoshua sent them away to their tents, he blessed them, saying, Return with great riches to your tents, with very much livestock, with silver, gold, bronze, iron, and with great quantities of clothing. Share the spoil of your enemies with your kinsmen. So the descendants of Reuben, the descendants of Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh returned. They left the people of Israel in Shiloh, in the land of Canaan, to go to the land of Gilead, to the land they were to possess, and which they already did possess, according to the order of Adonai through Moshe. When the descendants of Reuben, the descendants of Gad, and the half-tribe arrived in the area of the land of Canaan near the Yarden, they built an altar there by the Yarden, a large, impressive altar. The people of Israel heard of it and said, Look, the descendants of Reuben, the descendants of Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh have built an altar by the frontier of the land of Canaan in the area by the Yarden, on the side that belongs to the people of Israel. When the people of Israel heard of it, the entire community of Israel gathered together in Shiloh to wage war against them. The people of Israel sent Pinchas, the son of Eleazar the Kohen, into the land of Gilead, to the descendants of Reuben, the descendants of Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh. With him were 10 leaders, one leader of an ancestral clan for each of the tribes of Israel. Each one was a head of his ancestral clan among the thousands of Israel. They came to the descendants of Reuben, the descendants of Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh in the land of Gilead, and spoke with them. They said, Here is what the whole community of Adonai is saying. What is this treachery that you have committed against the God of Israel, turning away today and from following Adonai, in that you have built yourselves an altar, thus rebelling today against Adonai? Is the guilt we incurred at Peor not enough for us? We haven't cleansed ourselves from it to this day, even though a plague came on the community of Adonai. Is this why you have to turn away today from following Adonai? If you rebel against Adonai today, he will be angry tomorrow with the whole community of Israel. If the land you have taken possession of is unclean, then cross back over into the land which belongs to Adonai, where the tabernacle of Adonai is located, and take a possession among us. But don't rebel against Adonai, and don't rebel against us by building yourselves an altar, other than the altar of Adonai our God. Didn't Achan, the son of Zerach, commit a sin in regard to things set aside for destruction, and God's anger fell on the whole community of Israel? He was not the only one who died for this crime. Then the descendants of Reuben, the descendants of Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh answered the leaders of the thousands of Israel. The mighty one, God is Adonai. He knows, and Israel will know. If we acted in rebellion or treachery against Adonai, don't vindicate us to die. We haven't built an altar in order to turn away from following Adonai, or to offer on it burnt offerings, grain offerings, or sacrifices as peace offerings. If we have, let Adonai himself require us to atone for it. Rather, we did this out of anxiety, because we thought, sometime in the future your descendants might say to our descendants, you don't have anything to do with Adonai, the God of Israel, because Adonai made the Yarden the border between us and you. So you descendants of Reuben and Gad have no share in Adonai. In this way your descendants could make our descendants stop fearing Adonai. So we said, let us now make preparations and build ourselves an altar, not for burnt offerings or sacrifices, but as a witness between us and you, and between our generations who will come after us, so that we may perform the service for Adonai in his presence with our burnt offerings, sacrifices and peace offerings, so that your descendants will not say to our descendants at some future time, you have no share in Adonai. For this reason we said, when they accuse us or future generations in this way, we will say, look, here is a replica of the altar of Adonai, which our ancestors made, not for burnt offerings or sacrifices, but as a witness between us and you. Far be it from us that we should rebel against Adonai and turn away today from following Adonai by building an altar for burnt offerings, grain offerings, or sacrifices other than the altar of Adonai our God, which stands in front of his tabernacle. When Pinchas the Kohen and the leaders of the community, the heads of the thousands of Israel, who were with him, heard what the descendants of Reuben, the descendants of Gad, and the descendants of Manasseh said, it satisfied them. Pinchas, the son of Eleazar the Kohen, said to the descendants of Reuben, the descendants of Gad, and the descendants of Manasseh, today we know that Adonai is here with us, because you have not committed this treasonous act against Adonai. Now you have saved the people of Israel from the anger of Adonai. So Pinchas, the son of Eleazar the Kohen, and the leaders returned from the descendants of Reuben and Gad, from the land of Gilead to the land of Canaan, and the people of Israel, bringing word back to them. What they said satisfied the people of Israel. The people of Israel blessed God and said no more about going to wage war against the descendants of Reuben and Gad, and destroying the land where they lived. The descendants of Reuben and Gad called the altar Eid, a witness, which means a witness, between us that Adonai is God.